Well, it's still the 19th. It appears that I've figured out how to upload from this format. So that one's already up. I don't know if I like this. I'm giving it another try. I feel comfortable, but I just don't like, I don't know, the orientation or something. I'm not sure. It's just different. And I guess the meeting tonight went okay. The guy from last night, he showed up 45 minutes late. It was pretty clear that we started at 7. And who knows what state he showed up in. But he looked about the same as what he did yesterday. Didn't smell anything, but I wasn't that close. But before I was able to get away, he was brought to me, which I thought was extremely awkward and uncomfortable, and I didn't like it. So he would have the opportunity to thank me for, and he told me that I was the one who, that was the reason why he was there. And thanks, I guess, but no. I don't want anybody, crediting me for, it's like, I'm just doing what I'm going to be doing anyway. The fact that you were around to hear it, or whatever, it's like, these are decisions that you're making. These are not decisions that I'm making. So, anyway, and I think that was I think he was kind of put up to it a little bit, suggested that he should come over and thank me. Because I think the other guy, he wants me to become more involved in the whole thing that I'm trying to be less involved with, because I don't want it to become my entire life and all that I know how to do. I already think I know too much, I am involved too much, and it's already consuming more of than what I want. I want to be able to learn how to do different things. I don't want to just be good at counseling and therapy. I mean, maybe these are all things that I'm learning. They're applicable and useful in any field, just the field of life, and have benefits and long-lasting connotations in any aspect across fields of humanity. So it's like nothing is going to waste. Everything means something. But I feel very limited and boxed in and contained here. People want me to remain contained and like a useful tool on the shelf that is known, how it operates, and its function and what it's good for, and its limitations too, and its stress factors that can only operate within these ranges of different tolerances. And as soon as you start to try to manipulate it and get it to work outside of its tolerances, then it starts to break down and starts not to work right. So you got to be careful and delicate and patient. And so it's like, it feels like people are really, they've gotten to know me, and that's dangerous because I can be operated, and I don't like that. And it's nice to be known, but not when I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. Because I don't think, because if it's something that I do, I don't do that to other people. I don't think. Maybe I do and I just don't realize it. But anyway, I don't think I can be taken advantage of, but I probably do without, But anyway, so he did show up, and he volunteered to chair for next week's meeting. And I just know that I am not becoming beholden to, well, since he's new, and it's like, well, I have to start showing up at all these meetings that I've separated myself from. It's like, no, just because he's getting a brand new start doesn't mean that I then therefore have to become like his best friend and do this with him. That's not, because there's always that constant rotation that it's like, I'm not here to be everybody's best friend and to do this with them. They have to be doing this for themselves and diversifying and meeting new people. I cannot be the guy that does this with everyone and be their best friend. I don't want to. And I don't have to. And I'm not going to. Call that selfish. I have other things that I'd like to do and other ways I like to use my time for my own emotional sanity. And, there's a lot of these people, they're not going to be around long. They have, some really terrible stories, and I don't know who they are and their background and what they're capable of. And most of them, they're just for show, and they'll be around for a little while and they'll just disappear. And they really seem to want to be able to place the blame or fault off of themselves. Well, I would have done this, but if only it weren't for this. It's like, no, you made the decisions. You were in charge of your own decisions, and if you're not taking responsibility for them, then... So, anyway, I'm desperately trying not to get roped into, being responsible for other people's sanity and well-being, because just dealing with myself is enough, and that's all I have to deal with, is just me. That's enough. Anything more is extra. It's a bonus. But I don't see and I don't feel. It's like, it's nice when people appreciate it and they seem like they're doing well on their own, where I don't think or feel or notice that I'm contributing. I'm just doing what I do naturally, and I'm not like cheerleading, or giving special attention. I'm just doing what I want to do, and it feels natural, and I don't feel pressed or bothered or stressed about it. But I don't feel like any demands are being made of me. And so I'm just allowed to be myself. And when I feel like it's time to go, I go. And if people don't get enough and they want more, well, too bad. That's what was available. And yeah. So, and if that's not enough or not good enough, well, yeah. I don't get what I want either. The people that I would like to have more time with or receive attention from or get to know better, it's the same thing. It's the same principle. I don't get what I want either. So it's not like it's easy for me. If anything, it's it's like I am today the result of everything that came before, my entire history, and this is not it didn't come easy. It wasn't like hand wrapped. It was not a quick fix, and no one did it for me. I don't thank my sponsor for showing me the way, and I don't thank a higher power that I choose to call whatever. And no, I don't claim to do or know much of anything. I just live better. Different ideas and different philosophies and different ways of thinking. And, my ways of doing everything and thinking about things and perceiving everything is just it works for me. And whatever it is people they see that is attractive or whatever, it's like I can't give it to them, and they don't want it. It's not for them. I don't even know what it is that people see is how casual and calm and comfortable I am in my own skin. That's not the case. They don't see what's going on the inside. They see the outer shell. They don't see the anxiety, the turmoil, the angst, just the inner storms. That I just have to live with and contend with on a daily basis. And I don't, I try not to, best case, try not to bemoan and beleaguer and myself or my problems. Because a lot of them, they're better problems. So, these are luxury problems, is how I like to say it. But there's a lot of other problems, because dealing with the disease of alcoholism, that's a luxury disease. Yeah, it's really difficult and sad, and a lot of people suffer from it, but it is self-inflicted. It's a mental condition, disease. It's just nomenclature. Call it what you want. Depends on if the insurance covers it or not, a lot of times. What is considered a disease or not. It seems like. Then we're getting into, other things. Classifications. So, there's, and I was thinking about it today on my run, how humanity, mankind, humankind, we don't have we don't have natural predators. So anything that is out there that helps to limit our population is almost good. So it's like, if we have this problem with addiction and it takes out, whatever, a couple 100,000 people a year, well, it's sad, but the human race is not in danger of extinction. But yet we are causing the extinctions of so many other species without even a second thought. We favor ourselves at the expense of everything else. and we don't even notice or care, but we cry about our own problems. You know, acting as though we are the most important critter on this planet that ever was or ever will be in the entire universe, basically. We give ourselves that much credit as being so special that, and also our life form is superior and the best. But we don't even know of all the other types of life that are possible. We only know carbon-based. And what other kinds of carbon-based is there? What other types of sentience, existence? We don't even know. We just assume and predicate that we already know enough and that what we do know is correct until we learn something new, and then it's like we just adapt ourselves to then therefore be still the center of the universe. Even though we know we're not, we still think of ourselves that way. So anyway, I'm just rambling on about how the disease of alcoholism or addiction in general, it's a limiting factor, and population control, artificial. Well, I guess it might be natural population control. Anything that helps to limit us, like I don't know, like I say sometimes, I have unpopular ideas. I'm not really a total fan of this human race. Yet, here I am. I almost got out. Almost. But I got brought back. Dang it. So, anyway, this is kind of just me talking again. And as far as the guy tonight, and the guy that, is trying to corral me to become more interested in, no. This is me. And tonight was about acceptance. And it's like, yeah, if you've got a problem with how it is the way I am, then you've got a problem. I accept other people for being how it is they are. I just have to recognize, if they are trying to get me to behave a certain way, well, that's how they are. They see something about me as not being the way they want me to be for them. So I can accept that about them and keep my distance. Because if they cannot learn that that's not what I want, and they keep pressuring me and stressing me and guilting me and shaming me to be what I want for them, or to be what they want me to be for them, and I just stubbornly am refusing, and they just can't seem to figure it out, and I'm just being frustrating for no reason. I can recognize that that's how they are, and I can just stay away from them and keep my distance. And if they have a problem with me, well, then they have a problem, and I can't help them with that. That whole acceptance thing. I am functioning well within my specifications of how it is the way I am at this time. Granted, I will change, and my opinions will change, in flux. But I don't think I place expectations on other people to be different than how they are on a day-to-day basis. I don't like most people, how they are, but I don't try to pressure them to accommodate me so that they fit what I want. It's like, there are a lot of loud people and obnoxious people that I could stand to be a little bit quieter, or maybe not talk so much, or don't talk to me. But then, it's like, it doesn't work like that. People are just going to do what they do, and I just try to stay away, limit my exposure. I make conscious decisions to avoid people, if and when possible, and limit my duration of contact. Those people just kind of stress me out. Always have. So, I don't know. The sooner I'm sort of on to the next chapter, probably, I think the better off I'll be. That sense of liberation and freedom of beginning another journey. That doesn't come too often, but I know what it feels like. That recognition of just like even this little things, just like moving out of the apartment. It's like this is a nice place. This is nothing wrong with being here, but I will feel good about myself, and once I do leave. So, anyway. And with all the other things that are going on and all the other things that are not going on that I don't even know about, that I just naturally assume have nothing to do with me, or it's none of my business. And I kind of wanted it to be about me. I kind of wanted it to be some of my business, but I don't think it is. And me appreciating that and accepting that, yeah, it hurts, but if it's the truth, then it's the truth. And me not accepting the truth is hurtful and causes stress. So it's like, if I want to exhibit and demonstrate and be an example of acceptance, then I have to practice it myself. So other people's boundaries, and it's like, yeah, they're being themselves to the best of their ability, the way they know themselves to be, and just like I am. So that's a good thing, to be able to recognize one's I don't know exactly. I'm working on it. So anyway, I'm just kind of talking just to talk. And I guess I'll be at work in a few hours, so I should probably try to lie down and get a couple hours of sleep or something. But anyway, I guess I should go. So, not that this meant anything, didn't accomplish anything, but me just talking. So, I guess that's it.